Hey, it's Hunt. You found Hunt on Saints. We're talking black and gold football. Do us a favor. Hit the like button, share your comments below, and hit that subscription button so you can get all of our content. Enjoy. Sharief, how we doing?
Just wonderful, Hunt. Just wonderful.
Just wonderful. Did you make it out to rookie minicamp this weekend?
For a little bit. Not long. Yeah, for a little bit. Hot minute.
What do you think about rookie minicamp? Is that interesting to you?
Not really. No. No, man. None of this off-season stuff is really that interesting to me. I mean, I guess like a little bit of like mandatory minicamp in June is pretty cool. Then training camp is cool, but anything before that it's just the underwear Olympics to me.
Do you believe the Saints are approaching things a little bit differently this offseason? I've made the point that like most of these guys are on one-year free agent deals that are not hamstringing the future. They selected almost all their draft picks, didn't mortgage any of the future. Like it feels like they're taking a little bit of a step back. Do you sense that?
I do. I think they're taking a step back for the future. I like it, not, mortgaging the future, not creating cap hell for the future, being able to like kind of reset the team and doing it in a slow process while not at the same time destroying, the present team. So, yeah, I'll give Mickey Loomis and the front office credit for doing that. I mean, that's, the step that they needed to take. He admitted it. That's what they needed to do. They need to have like somewhat of a soft reset to get this team back into business.
All right, let's play a game here then. I'm going to name a Saints player. You tell me if he is on the team the next time the Saints win a playoff game. Ryan Ramczyk.
Right. No.
Cam Jordan.
Yes.
Marshon Lattimore.
No.
Alvin Kamara.
Yes.
Derek Carr.
I'll say yes.
Okay. And then I'll go with, let's say, Mario Davis.
Yes.
So you're suggesting the Saints should win a playoff game in the next 2 years?
Yes. And I'm saying Marshon Lattimore no because I think they trade him maybe after June 1st or even after this upcoming season. And as far as Ramczyk, I don't even think he'll play.
Yeah. So I guess is there a kind of a fracture between the Saints and Marshon Lattimore at this point?
I'd say yes, even though publicly they're saying no, and he's on a team and they want him there. But man, look, none of us are stupid, man. We know what's going on. He and Dennis just don't see eye to eye. Eye with Dennis and Marshon just not there. It's not working out. It may work out for this season. It may work out into training camp. And he might get traded just like C.J. Gardner-Johnson got traded during training camp.
I'm curious because we saw Derek Carr kind of back and forth with the offensive line last year, and obviously the situation with Michael Thomas and now Dennis Allen and Marshon Lattimore maybe don't see eye to eye. Are there issues there?
I mean, I think there's just some issues because you go from Sean Payton, who was cool with his players, and he's a guy who's like in the spotlight. Kind of like the players he had on the team when they were there together. It was just like he vibed with them. Dennis isn't like a vibe type of guy. He's one of those guys who just coaches and just stays out the public eye. He doesn't want any of that. And I think he's just a football coach. And I think that Sean was able to put up with it and able to wrangle it in and keep them on track. If anything bad happened, he was able to discipline them and keep the respect. I just think some of the players honestly just don't respect Dennis at times. And I just think he's had enough of it and doesn't want any of those players in his locker room.
So how are you feeling as we sit here in May about the 2024 Saints?
It's crazy to think that they're tied with the Falcons with the easiest schedule in the NFL. But when you look at the teams they're playing, it's going to be tough, Hunt. I mean, I can see why Vegas has 7.5. I feel like Vegas does 7.5, 7 wins. Right now, if you ask me, I'd have them at 7-10, 8-9 at best. That's how I feel.
Anything you're looking at tomorrow with the schedule review?
To me, it's always the primetime games because we have the Monday night games on WDSU. So we're always like, all right, how many primetime games they're going to get? We also have the Thursday night games on WDSU. Of course, the Sunday night games. We're like, are they finally going to get a Sunday night game? They haven't been on Sunday night football since they played the Buccaneers in Tampa in the 2021 season. The game they won 9-0 when Sean Payton had COVID and Dennis had the coach. I'm really looking to see if like NBC is going to say, all right, we'll throw you out there, and which primetime games are going to be, on this is the return of Sean Payton one. It makes obvious sense, but we also thought the same thing with Joe Burrow a couple years ago, and that wasn't a primetime game. So it's always weird to try to guess which primetime games are going to happen because they'll throw like a curveball and you'll get an AFC team in here, and you're like, oh, all right, that kind of doesn't make sense. Like I guess in a way you could say the Raiders because of Derek Carr, Washington Commanders if Jaden returns, the Sean Payton game, Dallas Cowboys in Dallas, Kansas City game maybe, but Kansas City has much better opponents than the Saints that can play in prime time. But yeah, it's always prime time for me.
What's more interesting to you, a guy who covers the Saints and went to LSU? Is it Sean Payton returning to New Orleans, or is it Jaden Daniels playing the Saints?
Not close. It's not close. It's Sean Payton because of what he did for this franchise after Hurricane Katrina, rebuilding this franchise, giving them hope and winning the Super Bowl, starting from that, first home game, the dome coming. I mean, come on. I mean, it's just way more, it's sexier. I mean, I love Jaden Daniels. I love LSU. But what Sean Payton did for the city of New Orleans and for this franchise is it will never be forgotten. So, yeah, that's much a bigger topic.
How will he be received when he's announced on the public address?
Well, he'll get a lot of cheers. He's not getting booed. I mean, I understand people frustrated that he retired on a team, quit on a team, but I think that, like, now that they see how things have gone since he left, I think he's going to get a lot of cheers. People are mad at him for leaving because they knew that, like, he left behind, what could have been a good thing and left for an unknown.
It'll be interesting for sure. I'm excited to see what the schedule holds tomorrow when it is announced with the rest of the NFL. Hey, it's on. Thanks for watching Hunt on Saints. Before you leave, help us out a little bit. Hit that like button, leave your comments in the section below, and hit that subscribe button so you get all our content right here from Hunt on Saints. We'll see you next time.